Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Kurt, and it's Wednesday morning. Time for a pre-market prep. It's earlier than I normally do this, so it's about 7:20 Central Time, hour and 10 minutes until the market opens. But I've got a busy morning, getting ready to head out at about 9:30 my time, so I'll be around for about an hour after the market opens. But I wanted to kind of get this out, and I wanted to show you some things. I'm going to look at the SPY, and we'll look at the ES as well first. But this is what I had talked about yesterday, right? I'm using both of them, and I'm looking at, what is this? This is the daily. All right, let's actually just look at an hourly. Okay, we are at new highs. We're also coming up into some resistance areas. However, let's look at it with the extended hours. So shoot, extended market off. Okay. So just to kind of cover this base as well, because I think this could help as a reminder, there has not been any reason whatsoever to not think that we're going to progress higher because levels held. And when I'm developing context, I take that into account, right? We had just going back here. See, golden pocket, right? Uh, didn't even get to the 50 there. And then this came up, held the breakout area of this um, giant balance area. See that? And like I told you yesterday, what happens is we don't just go blast through an area. We come up, we pause, and we either go up or we get a little bit of a pullback. Came back up here, paused, ripped, came in, retested the area, balanced for a while, and then made new highs, came back down, held this area, held the top again, um, gapped up over this balance area, these highs, came back, retested those highs, and now we're off again. All right, so let me tell you, and when I see this stuff, I don't see any warning signs on the short-term basis. When I see things like this, right, we're making new highs, and all of a sudden we drop down to where kind of this swing pivot point is, and then we flush through it. Okay, that's a sign of weakness. You come back up, you get a 786, you drop, you come back up, you get a 786, or you fill the gap and you drop. Okay, so those are how you kind of take the information and start making trading decisions about them. But what I want to show you today is uh, there's a few things that I look at to determine whether we are potentially in possibly going to have a trend day. And the first thing that I look at relative volume, and relative volume right now let me look at ES, is not super strong. We're at 0.62. Okay, so that's not a good thing. But look at this, right? So this is a 3-day range, and this is the regular trading hours session, right? I highlighted this in blue because I want to identify where we are. This is a 3-day balance area, and we are opening. Well, we're not right now. We're above it. So let me let's go to the 15-minute, and then let's look at where the market is right this minute. I don't want to highlight the extended hours. Okay. I don't think this is real price action. This is often what happens kind of in thinkorswim. You get these false candles. But at any rate, see how we're above this zone, this 3-day? That's one of the signs that I look for out of the 4 or 5 or whatever to determine if we're going to have a trend day. The fact that we don't have very strong relative volume is kind of a tick in the negative column for possible trend day. But then look here, you see this open air from a levels perspective up to 609 where we got that 786. I talked about that yesterday. We have a chance to run there. We're already above the 127.2. Okay, if this is a real candle, which I don't think it is. I'm looking on my other platform and it is not. We did not have that move. So at any rate, we're above this. Now I'm going to watch at the open to see. What I want to do is I want to look at maybe the 5-minute, and I want to kind of draw my areas. Let's just go, because the candles, I don't like this on the overnight session. The candles are kind of not the best. Let's go to ES. So we've got the similar session. I already drew this out, right? And we are above. We retested. Yeah, see how we didn't get that weird looking candle drop. So what I'm going to look for is for the legs to hold. All right, so this was the highs. You had this, make new highs. That's a leg start. That held. Then we have this move. Everything is held so far. And we've got a long time before the market opens, so anything can happen. But I'm really going to be looking for a couple areas to hold. This is sort of this is a few smaller legs, but this is also one larger leg. I'm going to look for this area to hold. And of course, it doesn't show. Of course, on this platform. Anyway, so you get the idea. That's going to be at 60, 70, 60, 68, 60, 70. That's going to be what I want to see hold. And then let's just say we're getting ready to open like right now. What I would be doing is on the short term, I'd be looking here and I would be looking here to hold, right? This area and this area. But I would draw a box, a balance area, probably somewhere around here. And if we opened and we just started ripping above, pretend this isn't here right now, but it is. So we could come up here, rip above, and then smack. But if this wasn't here and we just started ripping, I might buy on the rip and then put a stop if we come back down into it, because we're moving pretty nice. And I indicated in my video, my midday video yesterday, about how I think the movement is to the upside. We do have some areas above us that could act as resistance. So that's the other thing that's a little bit worrisome. We've got this 127 and we've got this fib extension area from a previous drawing. This is a retracement drawing from this fib right here, right? So this was level 1, this is level 2, and then you've got the red box above, up here. So we've got some areas that could give us trouble. This could give us trouble because we've got the 127.2 and this this fib level that could act as resistance. So be that if we were to open up here, I would not be going, like, legitimately, let's assume this is still here this morning. I would not be looking to go long on a breakout here because you've got this right there. But it's just sort of a lesson about how I approach markets when I see a couple things kind of looking good for us. Now, what we could do, the other idea that I have, is if we just kind of rip down and we retest this area, right? This is a balance area. We ripped, we pulled back, we held, we ripped, we pulled back, we held. So the larger leg is in this area, like I mentioned, right? So 60.88 to 60.70 if we dump here, we hit this area, sometime before the market opens, and we get a pullback to here, we would take out this liquidity. We come back to this leg start, and I would be looking for a reason to get long there. So anyway, from an internals perspective, because we are going to be at fresh highs, we're going to want to see signs of initiative buyers. So we're going to want to see strong internals this morning. Okay. All right. Now let's go to NQ. See how we are looking here. Let's do an hourly, and I'm going to take off the evening extended hours. All right. We are about to make highs. We may have already made highs. In fact, let me go to, yeah, we're at new highs. Let's look at QQQ real quick. I don't think the drawing is quite as messy. Okay, yeah, we're at new highs. All right, so I've got the extended, I need to take this extended session off. Okay, so let's draw this. Like that. Okay, same deal. All right, now let's put the extended session back on. And let's go to 15. Okay, also, do you see how we are above? Again, this is a fake fake candle. Don't pay attention to that. But notice here that we don't have any levels, unless I've forgotten to mark something, but I don't know that I have. We've got, and I indicated in the video yesterday afternoon that if we break out of this area, I think we've got a decent shot of going, pushing all the way to 524. So, so similar situation. If we were to open right here, I'm going to draw my leg starts, and I'm going to want these leg starts to hold. Okay, just like ES needed to be there to get better 5-minute candles. I'm going to do the same thing with NQ. All right. And let's show the extended hours here. All right. I've got a lot more levels marked here. I can take these fibs off. Okay. So the next level here is up quite a bit. So we've got this balance area that we created right here. We've got leg starts that I'm going to want to see hold, but it's been ramping up overnight. So this is the first significant one. Then we come back here. This big move up. Okay. So these are going to be the areas that I want to see hold, right? And we're going to want to make sure that if we get to those areas that we're watching to make sure they don't get lost, and see if we see any buying opportunities that come in as market prices extend down into those areas. We're already starting to break out of this one. So targets above where I think we can get a decent move to this level. And then here's the red box above. Excuse me. All right, this is a little bit longer just because I'm trying to give you some of my morning routine on how I approach things. But we have an opportunity to ramp like nobody's business, right? And we may not. We're going to want to see signs of initiative buying activity, just like I said on ES. But we are at new highs. We are above the prior couple days range balance area. We made new highs and we just kept going. Is that in any way, shape, or form bearish? No, it's not, right? So this is what we're going to want to continue to watch this morning. And I think be prepared if we get a kind of a rush of volume And the internals look super strong. That signs of initiative activity is coming in. I don't know that it will, but it could, because there's people are pretty long already. So I'd be watching for a move out of here, and I would also be cautious of a push back down where we could come back down to one of these leg starts, kind of in this zone, and I haven't drawn the zones yet, but from 320s to 340s, we're going to want to see this area hold, in my opinion. And we could come down here and have responsive buyers looking to get a little bit of a better price at the breakout area from the gap from last night. So at any rate, from the other way that I trade, there are a lot of levels that are below us. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but this is ES. So let me look at NQ. Okay, I don't want an indicator, I want NQ. Okay, this Chuck Norris zone, there's some parameters around this. It has to do with like the price at midnight, the price at midnight, the price at the Asia Open, and one other metric, and I forget. And you basically draw the highs to lows of those three data points, and it tends to act like a magnet to price. So we have this Chuck Norris zone below. We've got all of these levels. We've got the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 0, and then this green line is the midnight open. Okay, all of these are magnets. I'm going to be looking for a possible setup to come back and test some of these. As long as I've got 25 points of room to take a position on, I will short. Obviously, if we get the breakouts like I was talking about earlier, which can certainly happen, these will go untested and we'll just continue higher. So at any rate, I'm just trying to convey my kind of if-then scenarios on how I'm going to approach the morning. And then if I look at some of the other names, we have some tech names that are doing really, really well this morning. All right, let's look at TSM. In fact, let me just put this on. Let's just go to this. Look at the extended hours session. All right. ANET is up 309%. Marvel is up 13. CRM is up 12. Soxel, which is the 3 times semi, is up 5.25%. Roku, MDB, Hood, Now, Avgo, Oracle, Snow. I've got some Snow. V, CMG. Look at all the market pre-market moves are pretty amazing right now. And if we look at things like Taiwan Semiconductor, we're coming into some resistance up there, but we've had a nice push. Snow, I've got the 182.50s. This looks like if we clear this, we could go to 185 potentially. I've got a small position on the HP. Some Tivas looking good. And then United Healthcare is coming back. Tesla is holding above. We're getting a nice pump this morning in NVIDIA. I've got 1220 160s on that. Netflix, we're ramping. I've got 920s, I think, on that. Microsoft, we had a big dump this morning for some reason in Meta, but there's a lot of strength here. So take that into account too. Have to watch it. Doesn't mean we're going to continue to pump, but right now, signs are looking pretty decent that we could, unless we get a rejection off of some of these areas, that we could get a rejection off of. All right. It's been a long one this morning. I hope everyone does well today. Reminder, I'll be out tomorrow and Friday, be back on Monday. I'm going to try to put some commentary out in the mornings and trade at least maybe the first hour if possible, but maybe a little tough. If nothing else, I'll try to add some commentary here and then, certainly in the morning at least, but no video. Thanks.